Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we are going to be looking over a Bretonnia versus Dwarves replay. And this was in quick battle. And so I wanted to try out kind of like a anti-dwarf Bretonnia build, just because I feel like it's kind of hard for Bretonnia to deal with them. So you can see here no cavalry, which turns out to be a pretty big mistake in this one. So we'll go over the army comps. I guess we'll start with me. So I have 6 spearmen at arms here, with 1 chevron each. I have 4 men at arms with pole arms scattered around this forest. I have 2 peasant bowmen, 1 over here and 1 over here. I have 3 field trebuchets to do kind of like the armor piercing damage of my group. I have 2 paladins and Leon Kerr on Becky. And I have the damsel on a barded warhorse because I could afford it. So she has Comet of Casadora and Curse of the Midnight Wind. He's deployed off center here, so my kind of really nice staggered formation. He's going to disrupt it, which is smart. And he has a main line here of dwarf warriors. You know how much I love these guys. Great choice here. He's got 1 unit of quarrelers. He's got 3 units of thunderers. He's got the grumbling guard and the longbeards with great weapons. He's got the goblobber, dragonback slayers, of course, and he's got a runesmith with Grombrindle, the white dwarf. And so this is going to get started pretty slowly. So we're both going to kind of reshift to form up to where we expected the other to be. So I'm going to be moving all my trebuchets up, try and keep them separated from each other, but he's done a good job of disrupting me here. Like, these 3 trebuchets would be kind of hard to get all at the same time, but I'm going to be moving them over here to start getting some shots in, and that's going to expose them a little bit. I'm going to go scout forward with my damsel here soon, though. Try and get a... I tested the Comet of Casadora on his goblobber here, and it doesn't do much, sadly. So you'll see that big waste of mana there. Luckily, this goblobber is missing, as my spearmen run for the woods, run for cover. Oh boy. They already have terrible leadership, so when they get hit by the goblobber, they're going to rout. You can see me moving up all my trebuchets here. Really need to get some good work in with them. They're my main killing power here. And so yeah, you can see my very staggered deployment here. Goal is give the field trebuchets as much time to fire as possible. I want them all out of ammo in an ideal world. You can see these guys taunting my trebuchets. Oh, here come the rocks. All miss. That's great. Good start. Good stuff. Yeah, see one of those goblobbers hit the tree. You gotta watch out for that. And you can see I'm just kind of scouting with my Pegasus paladins. And he's gonna do a good job here of splitting up his forces so that my field trebuchets can't do as much damage. And I'm going to come in here, try and get this comet off, right on target here for this goblobber. And it's going to drop. It looked cool, but sadly did nothing, did not stop the goblobber. Should have just brought the thunderbolt spell. So my field trebuchets are going to just keep opening fire. These guys are a little too close. I should probably pull this guy back, but it's too late. I've already started firing. So ideally, I would drag him over to this side with my peasant bowman as bait, and then let my field trebuchets have more time to fire. You can see this field trebuchet still coming into range, already winded, and I'm really not going to be doing much damage here when he's spread in all these thin lines. So definitely good move by him. You can see I got a little bit of a hit there. Just trying to get as much damage done as possible. Opening fire here on his Thunderers. Definitely not going to do very much damage, but hopefully at least draw fire or drag him this way. Playing a very skirmishy build. One of the few things that can catch my skirmishers is these Dragonback Slayers. So I definitely am worried about those guys. You can see they're making a beeline here towards my trebuchets. And he's doing a good job here, ignoring this kind of threat. Just coming straight in. You can see I've done good damage here to one of the Dwarf Warriors, but really not much else. A lot of them are missing here. The Goblobber coming in response. Oof. Doing some good damage there. I got a decent hit there too. Trying to take out some skirmishers. I'm going to stray too close here. I'm going to do this a lot in this battle. I'm going to stray too close with my heroes, and they're going to get shot to pieces. I have one Paladin attacking the Goblobber. And this Dragonback Slayer here is sneaking past my line, but I am shooting it in the back with a Peasant Bow. So it's, you know, it's not going to be without cost, but he is going to. I really have nothing in range here to stop him at this point. You can see my Paladin, terrible management here, just letting him get destroyed by those Thunderers. But he's going to catch this Trebuchet just because they're moving too fast for me to handle. There's one Paladin's off the field already, which is not a good sign. But here I'm going to try and finish off these Slayers, do some damage, charge in my hero. I really need that Trebuchet, but it's going to be too late. Here getting some nice flank shots in. He really wants to kill this damsel, so he's firing with the Thunderers. Here I cast Curse of the Midnight Wind to help my spears survive a little bit longer. These spears almost routing simply from artillery, which is great. My hero is going to take off here, and I'm going to charge straight into the next unit. Here my pole arms are going to go up against Dwarf Warriors. They're going to like that fight. But you can see I'm getting shot here, and I definitely do not like that. I'm going to send my Paladin over here to support this fight, and I'm going to bring my other Paladin back. And now I'm just targeting his Thunderer blob with my hero. Here he does a great job of flash bombing Leon Kerr. And so as I run and try and deal with these Thunderers, I can't move at all because of the speed buff, the speed debuff, and I'm going to get torn apart. Here I'm going to cast a Comet, see what it can do. Though he is pushing my line back a little bit, so it slightly messed up, but it is going to help swing that fight more in my favor. My Trebuchet is still going off, targeting this blob. I really got to get rid of these guys. Shooting into the sides of this Dwarf Warrior here with my Peasant Bow. And you can see my damsel's safe in the forest. This probably would have been a much better target for the Comet. So you can see here, he's gotten rid of one Trebuchet. He's silencing the second. So I have one left. And I think I should be moving it over to this blob here. So this is a very expensive blob, where I can start actually getting some good kills. You can see my Peasant Bowmen nice and spread out in safe positions. They're important. They're going to be good killing power. And here I'm going after his skirmishers. But I have to be careful. Grombrindle is a beast, and so he will be able to chew through my hero if I let him land for too long. So yeah, here you can see got a glancing hit right there. But the Dragonback Slayers here route my next one. But I am going to have a Peasant Bowman here to shoot them as they chase, and a pole-armed intercept. So you can see here just staggering my units, making sure I don't engage entirely at the same time. Again, good miss there, Trebuchet. And I'm just blobbing in here against Grombrindle, and that's probably a mistake. I should only have one unit in on him. Oh, that's a good shot right there. But I'm going to go help this fight with my hero. And I'm going to send my Paladin over here to these Quarrelers. These Slayers caught my Peasant Bowman, but I'm going to fill in the gap there with my reserves. Still firing over here. This is a great tactic too. If you have a hero involved in one of these fights, you can shoot in with your artillery and do good damage, because you're not likely to hit your own dude. Here, my Peasant Bowman, I'm moving them to close, but I think I will be able to move them away in time. So here I finally split up my blob, but it's too late. A lot of them are routing. I'm routing over here. These longbeards are really healthy. Got to deal with them. I got one trebuchet left. I got a peasant bowman, and I got a very weak Leon Liqueur and a very weak paladin. I think I also have another paladin somewhere. Well, maybe not, but yeah. So that's all I got. So it's not looking good at this point. Still targeting this blob here. Oh, there he is. He's routing in the midst of all those guys. So I'm going to go try and save him here. I hold down this blob with my damsel, but she is taking a lot of damage, but it is allowing me to get some extra shots in here with my peasant bowman. I accidentally put the scroll of shielding on them instead of the only occur. Definitely lots of micro mistakes. This is not the usual army I like to bring. Very kiting. It's a very kiting army, which is something I'm not used to. So here I'm going to be just trying to do as much damage as possible, keep my peasant bowmen out of the fight. They still have a lot of ammo to use, so that's something. Grombrindle's coming though, so I'm out of here. I gotta leave if I have any hope. Good quarreler fire here, and I'm bringing my other paladin in to help. Just try and silence those guys, and I'm gonna go try and help this side of the fight. Try and rout these guys real quick, and then deal with the dwarf warriors with great weapons. And you can see I'm just consolidating all my forces. Here, he Rune of Wrath and ruins my archers, but they're just too fast for a dwarf to catch. You can see I still have a spearman at arms over here. I have this field trebuchet guy who I'm trying to get to his correct trebuchet. I'm firing right here into this quarreler blob, or no, actually still at the thunderers, and I'm trying to pull my paladin out of danger, but it's not looking good. He breaks. But over here, all isolated, my terror is going to have a pretty good effect, and I should be able to rout these guys pretty quick. I still have this one. I'm going to use this small unit of polearms here to fix these dwarf warriors, and then turn around these peasant bowmen to shoot them as they get rear charged, so I can try and clean up that side and then bring the peasant bowmen back in to help. Here I miss a comet entirely. I was hoping he wouldn't see it as he was mismicroing, but he successfully dodged it, which is bad. You can see my paladin barely alive back there, while my my hero, King Leon Kerr, tries to take out these grumbling guard. That is a pretty strong range contingent still, so something to be aware of. And I don't want to leave him in there too long unsupported. So I'm going to bring in the spearman at arms, and I'm going to bring up my bowman here to try and shoot at the quarrelers, and I'm going to bring up these guys too. So just trying to do everything I can here to get rid of these guys, baiting some shots there with my paladin. Miss. My field trebuchets are just not doing well. So I rout the grumbling, or no, they're still alive. Oh, there they go. They're wavering now. They should be gone soon. And I just need to avoid a confrontation with Grombrindle at all costs. And I'm trying to take out these quarrelers here. You can see falling back everywhere, but I can't fall back past this guy. Well, I guess I can. He's running out of ammo, so he's getting good use. Oh, there. My paladin again gets too close and gets sniped. Not what I'm looking for near the end of this battle. Here, the Runesmith is actually putting up an amazing fight, and I'm not able to beat him. And his Thunderers are coming close, so I have to run from that fight. Over here, the Peasant Bowmen they're exhausted. He's only winded, so Grombrindle is going to catch these guys, which is a terrible waste. I really need to get the most use out of those guys as I can, and this is not how I'm doing it. This is not working out right now. So here I come in and charge, but I don't knock him over here, and I'm going to take a devastating hit there. Just one hit from Grombrindle does that much health damage here, but I'm able to get out before he can kill me, thankfully. I'm gonna blob in my men-at-arms. Super close fight here. Again, I stray too close, take some volleys, but I am shooting into the back of them with my peasant bows, and you can see dropped a lot of units there. And just hammered with the trebuchet, so this is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm going to try and rush these dwarfs here with my spearmen, while Leon Leoncur just regenerates. You can see I got on the back of this guy again, and so he's going to be firing. And the dwarfs just aren't going to be able to outrun all my peasants here. Almost good shot there. But yeah, so now they're all his range are tied down, or so I thought. So I'm going to try and bring Grombrindal back in. I think I'm going to bring him over here to try and deal with the runesmith. Oh, just devastating shot there from the trebuchet. Really lucky. I think at this point I'm actually going to stop, or at least I should stop shooting at this blob here. I'm more likely to just start hurting my own men. So you can see I've turned my peasant bows on the remaining few units. I've got the damsel in, she's out of mana. I'm charging in my trebuchet crew to just try and tie Grombrindal down. I'm going to hit these thunderers, try and shatter them, while my peasant bows shoot in. And now I just have to swarm here. That's my only hope. I got to swarm these guys with everything I have left, and then prevent the remaining units from coming back. So I'm going to bring my Leon Leoncur in here against the runesmith. Definitely the target that I need to take out first. So you can see super close battle here. If I lose Leon Leoncur, it's over. All my guys are going to rout, and I see him rushing me here, and I need to get out of there. So I'm going to run, but I managed to break the runesmith just in time. Grombrindal over here fighting off all these poor peasants who have no chance against him. See, I'm going to try and take out this runesmith here with the peasant bowman, but it's just not going to work. He's too small of a target. Bringing in all my routing units. I think I'm going to try and attack him here with my Leon Leoncur, but he's just glitched and he's going to just keep missing. So I just bring him back. I'm like, I can't let this blob rout here. So I at least need to have him above for leadership bonuses. You can see that unit tries to come back, but I managed to shoot them. And so here I think I'm going to charge in, give Grombrindal a big charge there. And with that, he's going to get terrified and rout off the field. Thank God, one hit away. No ammo left on the peasant bowmen, no ammo left on the trebuchets. One hit away, and some men-at-arms with pole arms. All I had left. Super close battle. Really glad, really glad that went in my favor there. That just random roll for leadership, I guess. Thank God. So definitely a Pyrrhic victory, down to the wire. So you can see good kills here on one of the trebuchets. I don't think these ones paid for themselves. He did a good job of spreading his line out, at dealing with them with the dragonback slayers. And so, yeah, definitely 1,400 gold, almost down the drain there. You can see terrible kills across the board here on these spearmen. I guess 3 of them did okay. I think these peasant bowmen pulled their weight here, especially up against like armored individuals, which they're not really good for. That's why I only brought 2 of them. They did their job. They harassed, and they helped me just keep pulling back, which was an important strategy here. You can see good kills here on one of these guys, 120 kills on that one men-at-arms with polearms. That's crazy. 40 here. These 2 got shut down. Good kills on the only occur. Good kills on the paladins, I guess. I definitely mismanaged them in that battle, and I definitely mismanaged all my comets. I didn't pick the right targets there. I should have just saved all my mana for Curse of the Midnight Wind to give my troops a better chance. You can see here good kills on the Gobwobber, mostly peasants though, so good kills on the Dragonback Slayers, great kills on these Longbeards. I managed to isolate this one with my Peasant Bowmen and my heroes, and so the Grumbling Guard wasn't able to do as well as they could have. Decent kills here on 3 of the Dwarf Warriors, and holy crap, 160 kills for Grombrindal. That is insane. When he was blobbed in with all those spearmen, it's just insane. Always a fun character, really powerful, the baddest dwarf of them all. So, anyways, if you guys try out this Bretonnia anti-dwarf build, I'd love to hear about it, see how it works for you, see what the enemies bring here. these Thunderers were definitely hard for me to get rid of. Might want to get a single Knight of the Realm or something to help deal with those guys. Yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and that's that.